Good morning. So last class we have just started about the fructose. In the last class, I have given a detailed study about the carbonyl group, right? So remember these points, right? Very important, why? Because we are having a carbonyl group, and remember on aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid. Carbonyl group contain compounds. Based on that, minimum in JEE you have 5 to 6 questions from that the same topic, and they will ask about just carbonyl groups only, right? So that's why you just go in detail. Definitely, you come to know some difficulties and some varieties of carbonyl group. So that's why I have took in the last class. I have took some more time. I have given some more time for the carbonyl compound explanation, right? So which is very very important for the competitive examination, one we can say, right? So now I have given 3 to 4 points about the fructose. So fructose is nothing but it is a monosaccharide, one we can say, and most importantly, fructose is having a ketone as a functional group. So that's why we call this as a these as a ketohexoses. And one more point about this is nothing but fructose is, right. The next point I can say, fructose is levorotatory. Fructose is levorotatory, very important. So what about glucose? Glucose was dextrorotatory, remember. So this rotation also plays a very important role. So here, why I am considering this is nothing but levo or dextrorotatory. Based on that, that means all the fructose are not the what levorotatory only. Means, as I said, during the glucose, most of the 90% whatever we get the glucose from the nature, it is having a rotatory like dextrorotatory. So that's why we have represented that with the positive charge, D plus glucose, right? Levo means L plus glucose, like this, right? But here the case is different with the fructose. That's why we represent the glucose with the negative charge, D minus, we say, right? So here also in glucose also, right? If I revise these points, then fructose was ketohexoses. Why? Because it consists of a ketone as a functional group, and right, and its molecular formula already you know, C6H12O6. Most of the time, fructose will be obtained with the glucose itself, right? In the sucrose, I have given the example also, right? Sucrose, glucose and fructose are obtained combined state, what we can say. That means in single compound only when we can get the glucose as well as the fructose, right? And definitely, single compound means polysaccharides, one we can say. Or else disaccharides, where the carbohydrates which can produce more than 2 monosaccharide units during the hydrolysis, one we can say, right? So with respect to that, the next point was fructose is levorotatory, right? Very important. Once this question has asked, what is the rotation present in fructose? Levorotatory. Or else directly, if they won't give a hint about the fructose or glucose, means directly they will ask, name the monosaccharide which is levorotatory. This becomes more typical, right? Name the monosaccharide which is levorotatory in the nature, right? So that means your answer will be fructose is a levorotatory monosaccharide. So these are the very very small points you should remember, right? So next next thing, like glucose or fructose can also show two forms, right? So definitely, what I said is in fructose, the second carbon is consist of what? Carbonyl group, right? The second carbon is consist of carbonyl group, and this second carbon, with respect to this second carbon, Above this, there is a CH2OH. If I show you the diagram, means CHOH instead of 4, 3 and CH2OH. Now, see, like what in glucose, the first carbon was directly, reacted with the what fifth carbon atom. So here also the same case, but not first carbon, but in our fructose, the second carbon is very reactive. The second carbon consists of a functional group. So what is the meaning of that? That means the second carbon itself undergo into the reaction while forming a chain, right? So while forming a ring, this must and should attack with the fourth carbon atom here, right? So if it is attacking the fourth carbon atom, then definitely the ring will decrease, right? See here, I will show you in, correctly. CH2OH, C double bond O, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth carbon. So now, so therefore, this carbon is not reacting. Very important. Very clearly, you see the second carbon is while forming a chain. Ring. Sorry, while forming a ring, the second carbon. But in case of glucose, what was the condition? It was reacting with the first carbon atom. Why? Because first carbon atom was having what aldehyde group. So that's why there is a carbonyl group only, but aldehyde. So that's why this carbon is very reactive, and thus it was reacting with the fifth carbon atom. Here also the same case, but the first carbon atom is not having a functional group. The second carbon atom is having a functional group in the fructose. So that's why this will react with this. That means in the ring, how many carbon will come? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's why it forms a 5-membered ring, right? But in case of glucose, we have all these 6 carbon atoms in the ring. So that's why that will form a 6-membered ring. But here fructose forms a 5-membered ring. So now see here, if if the second carbon is attacking the fifth carbon atom means, or else reacting with the fifth carbon atom means, there will be two possible structures. I will show you. See here. Okay. First we will see just the thing. CH2OH. So now double bond O. 3, 4, 5, 6 CH2OH. OH. Now see here, this has to react with this, fifth carbon atom. That means what happens here, this will tilt like this. Now why it will tilt, I will show you. CH2OH, C, because of this bond, right, with the fifth carbon. Third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH2OH. There is a bond formation. So that's why this carbon, this CH2OH, first carbon atom, will come this side. Why? Because of crowdness. This carbon is directly reacting means this will fall either this side or else either this side. Based on, right? Based on the side it changes CH2OH. Based on that only, one we can say this fructose is also having a two forms, right? Or else two structures. That means, see here. Understood now? This CH2OH will fall either this side, left hand side, or else right hand side. Based on that only, one will decide whether it is alpha or beta, right? So now, see here, the first form will be like this. So if you go in detail, then this chapter will be very easy. If you are not getting, means it will be very boring, right? Only the structures, alpha, beta, dextro, lego. That means it is a high level chemistry, what we can say, right? Stereochemistry will come, and wherever there is a stereochemistry comes, then it will be typical for the students, right? So that's why make your basics strong till the offline starts, right? So now this is the slogan one I can say, right? You have a very best time, utilize that, right? So if you utilize correctly, then definitely 4 5, definitely you will shine, right? So this is the case. OH, H, CH2OH, OH, and then H, OH, H. So now this is the condition with the fructose. Again, the based on OH group on the right hand side, what we said in the glucose, alpha, right? Alpha, again dextrorotatory, in this case fructose is dextrorotatory. So now this will be alpha D minus, minus why we are giving in the nature our fructose is liver rotatory. So minus fructofuranose. Fructofuranose. So this is the name, right? Fructofuranose. So based on what this OH group, because this OH group is present at the right hand side, and wherever there is a OH group on the right hand side, then definitely when we say that as an alpha, right? In the last class itself, we have discussed about. In the during glucose structure explanation, we have discussed in detail about that, right? Remember those points. And now this is the case. Now, if it is beta type, then definitely what happens? Our OH will come this side, right? Like this. CH2OH. So now our OH group at the left hand side, then definitely it will again the dextrorotatory only. So therefore beta D minus fructose, right? Beta D minus fructose. So this is all about what? Fructose. And if you want, you go in detail about the fructose. So go through the book, utilize this time. These slow syllabus going days. Corona means every day if you talk about that, mentally you will get disturbed, right? So these are the days which are for your good itself. You go like this, be positive. Why I'm saying is nothing but if you utilize these days correctly, then definitely for you, or else you yourself can give a more time for the instead of theory, for the main need, as well as your CET, JEE, whatever you go for competitive. For that you can give more and more time. So that is my intention, right, to say about this, right? So go in detail, right? Whatever may be the book, follow NCERT. If you are not following, definitely go for other author book, and then you come check the syllabus. Why? Because other author book will they give some extra things, so no need to go for that, right? Why? Because our main need is just based on NCERT itself, right? So next is disaccharide. Whatever we have studied till now, that was of monosaccharide. That means in for your syllabus they have given only two main about glucose as well as fructose studies in monosaccharide. So till now we have discussed about the monosaccharide itself till today's class. Now disaccharide. So already we know whenever these type of carbohydrate, if you hydrolyze, then definitely they give 2 units of monosaccharides. 2 monosaccharide units, one we can say, right? Monosaccharide units, because they are giving 2 monosaccharide units after hydrolyzing them, then definitely what we are giving the name, that is di. Di means two, one we can say, right? And the best example, one we can come with the sucrose, right? Sucrose, maltose, and they are there for you in detailed study. And lactose. These are the three best example for disaccharide one I can say, right? So disaccharide are nothing but when we hydrolyze these, these are the example of disaccharide. If we hydrolyze sucrose, it will give glucose as well as fructose as a two monomer units, right? So if you break down this maltose or hydrolyze this maltose, it will give glucose and galactose, right? Like this, they are having two monosaccharide units. When we hydrolyze it, they definitely get separate, right, as a two monomeric units. So that's why these things, what we call, or else these type of sugars or carbohydrates, one we call them as a disaccharides. So dear students, this is all about today's class. In the next Monday's class, definitely we will go with the next part of this, right? Thank you.